How's it everyone, this is Lolcohol and a bit of an update on my league start. I've been playing a new skill, Kinetic Fusillade. I went into my league start, really just no plan, didn't know what to do, wanted to test some of the new Wand skills off some encouragement from Guitaraholic, and it's been really fun. I kind of expected that some of the new skills would just be kind of rubbish and I would end up defaulting to like Kinetic Blast, but this new skill in particular has been really good. Kinetic Rain it's fine for leveling, but it just didn't feel like it had that punch. But this skill, I'll just show you a bit of a gameplay and then I'll speak about how the skill functions and also talk you through how I leveled it in like a rough way, and then also where I'm going to be taking it next, because I'm about to do a really big change to the build. So I wanted to have this to kind of give it to people who are interested in it. But this is how this build plays so far. And it's super smooth. And for people who have tested this, you might be wondering like, wait, isn't Kinetic Fusillade, it's like got this long delay and then you have to wait. Yeah, I will speak about some of that and how to get it feeling like this, where it's just mega smooth. There's still a couple of problems that I need to solve with the build. Like I've got a list of to-dos that I need to sort out. The defenses are currently in a fine spot, but the avoidance layer is really kind of weak. We got decent enough recovery and a decent hit pool, but kind of like a little short on the mitigation layers and that. It's been really nice for breach as well. So for people looking to do breach, it's really nice. And I've done my two-stone, I did elder, I've done a whole lot of the hives on it and managed to escape after making some adjustments to it. The main thing now is just solving some defensive layers and then doing a conversion into herald stacking, which will really push up the damage. The clear is fine. Single target's like okay, but once we make the change, I think this is going to feel pretty good. And I know there's going to be people watching this who are like, oh, KB is just so much better. It has better clear objectively. And like the single target is better. Like probably you might be right. You're probably right. But this is fun and it's different. And like for people who have played KB who want to do something different, this is a really interesting skill that scales in a very interesting way. So this is how it plays. And presumably the juicier it gets, the better it'll get. Double boss? Oh, I'm missing a flask as well. Right, there you go. That was 100% skill issue. Like I said, there's some like mitigation and avoidance layers, and trying to do bosses while talking, even if it's just tier 16 map boss, is oh, and I was missing one of my Grafts for some reason. But anyway, the build's super fun. Now, let's talk about Kinetic Fusillade, because this is a bit that's confusing. So this skill, what it does is you wave your wand to create one hovering kinetic projectile. After short duration, the projectile is fired at the enemy, dealing area damage on impact and changing to further targets. Using this attack again will reset the duration of all the hovering projectiles, and multiple projectiles fired in sequence will attempt to target different enemies. And this also has the similar like Kinetic Blast scaling of increase and reductions, spell damage, also applied attack damage, 150 their value. Then we've got the base duration. That base duration is the delay before it fires. Like after doing the attack, it'll hover for 0.7 seconds. It also chains +3 times, built-in chain, super nice. Projectiles deal 11% more damage per previous projectile fired in sequence, maximum 12 hovering projectiles. So this is where this skill gets really interesting. So obviously you can scale it with like the similar ways you do with KB, but there's another layer underneath that, which is we need to get these things to not only build up faster, but fire off faster. So how do we do that? First thing is every attack will create one anomaly. So if you increase your attack speed, you're going to build up anomalies faster. But if you get additional projectiles, every attack you will generate an additional anomaly. So in this case, if I just push it once, I'm shooting off 3 projectiles. And that's because I have +1 over here, +1 proj over here, and then down here with multi-shot, another proj. So every attack, I'm generating 3. much easier way to do this, and something that I am planning to do is get this on a 6 link, is with something like Greater Volley. With Greater Volley, every attack you're getting the base proj and then another 4. So you attack once, get 5. On the tree, you've got this and that. I might not even need to come all the way down here if I go Greater Volley, because you would generate 7. So it'd be 2 attacks. You'd be at max anomalies, and then they would fire after that 0.7 second duration. So the first way of scaling it, attack speed, so you generate them faster, proj, so that you generate more when you do attack. But then the other thing is that delay, that firing delay. How do you get that down so that it feels more like this and less like this? Because this is the normal delay. The way we do that is with less and reduced skill effect duration. There's a few sources of this. On the tree, there is one thing with window of opportunity down here. This gives us reduced skill effect duration. The mastery gives us another 10% less skill effect duration. We have warped timepiece. This can roll up to 20% reduced skill effect duration. So I'm anointing window of opportunity. This alone takes us down from 0.7 delay to 0.5. Another thing we can add on is this ring, Time Clasp. This will roll -20 to +20 skill effect duration. So you can get this -20 there. We're getting another 0.14. But then the big one is less duration support. So this pulls it down from 0.36 all the way down to 0.15. You can get this even lower, but like in practice, you don't really feel this that much. At this point, what would feel better would be getting additional projectiles so that when I do attack, it makes more projectiles. Currently, I'm using Thunder Fist, which is really limiting my supports, and I do want to instead change to 6 link. This is very big damage, very big shocks, but again, yeah, in terms of like quality of life, it's very limiting. The rest of the gear is just life resistances, energy shields, and Ghastly Theater. This is like an early league fizz mitigation when you have no fizz mitigation, other than, of course, the Ascendancy. We're on Elementalist with Golems. And speaking about Elementalist, while we're here, Golems, super good, giving us attack speed. This is being scaled massively, not only by Liege of the Primordial, but over here by Golem Commander, we're getting a lot of increased Golem effect. So Golems are helping solve for attack speed, mana regen, also a bit of defensive stuff, damage, area of effect, and crit chance and accuracy. Elementalist is so popular for a very, very good reason. So that is the comfort pick. You could also do this on like Deadeye or something if you want to like get faster proj, but I'm really, really liking Elementalist. But now the leveling, and this is going to be a bit of a mess, because what I did, and I can highly recommend this, hats off to him, Jung's Pop. So Jung released a video before launch, how to level wonder characters. I just took this as a framework, and it is phenomenal. It's really, really, really an excellent tree and excellent skill setup. But the thing that I did differently was that instead of using, he recommends using like KB and then Power Siphon. Level 12, I was already on Kinetic Fusillade and Kinetic Rain, just trying them out. But what I recommend is following this pub at least until normal lab, getting your golems, and then getting a 5 link, which is super cheap this league, or even easy to do yourself in SSF, getting 5 link, and then using these supports. So you'll probably be on volley, not greater volley. It's just greater volley you get at the end of Act 4. Use normal volley, and then Trinity. Trinity is super, super strong, but Trinity, I've made some notes on how to just use it effectively. You can also check out one of Sir Gog's videos where he speaks about Trinity. It seems complex, but it's not really. So Jung's leveling 10 out of 10, and he'll take you through this. I do not recommend this to people who are like very inexperienced. This is more of like you kind of want to do something different, and you kind of know how to solve problems on the fly, and you'll be able to work out what to do. If you're brand new, this is not a build guide. Wait for the build guide if I do one. But the next thing we're doing is Herald stacking, and that's why I'm putting this video out, because this is all about to change a lot, because we're going to go Farewell to the Flesh for a lot of more Herald buff effect. We're going to take Bringer of Ruin. We're going to do some other stuff. And also, Baylor raided me today and told me about this new ring that I didn't know about, which is this Lost Unity, which is a new Herald skill that also does. I'll show it once I've played it myself, but it sounds crazy on PoE Wiki. You can read about it. So we're gonna go from this into big herald scaling. As for grafts that you can use, I've been trying a lot of different ones. This Call of the Pyre is really nice, and then also this one, Dance in the White, this is a tornado one, that's also really good, and the Overcharged Sinews is also nice. But experiment. This is not like a build that I'm playing to take the game super seriously, even though it is performing very well. But if your immediate reaction to this is actually KB is much better objectively, it has a numerically superior build, then this build is not for you. This is for people who like having fun, experimenting, screwing up, fixing problems, and having fun with it. So I'll link the pub, I'll link Jung's video and his pub in the description. But good luck, super fun skill. I will give you a full update if I decide to keep going with this. Have a wonderful day, stay safe, catch you in the next video, and bye-bye.